That's about the only sunrise we're going to get is the light coming out of the shop. Over an inch of rain since midnight. And creek's on its way back up. Taking advantage of feeding while it's not monsooning. It's just a good steady regular old Oregon rain, so probably soak my coat through getting back here and maybe soak my hat. If it was monsoon, I'd already be drenched clear through to my underwear by now. So yeah, creek was down probably 2 feet from where it's at now. And yep, Rainy's got her raincoat on. She didn't argue about it this morning. Although she stood there at the door with her nose pressed tight against the door, and we leave it hooked underneath the neck, so you just slip it over her nose. Smart ass dog. And I don't know if Ty ever actually made it out of their driveway or not. Sent me a message saying, hey, at 40 miles an hour, my wiper's on high, don't do a thing. I'm going to stay home. Then she just sent me a message saying, we only got 3/4 inch of rain since midnight. Oh, we got over an inch since then. It can't be raining that hard there. Anyway, I'm going to finish feeding and then figure the day out. Becky's back is killing her after yesterday. Kind of figured it would be. You know? So, she may not even get out of bed today. I have no idea. In the meantime, though, while I still got you going, I'll say good morning, boys. Morning, Wally. What you doing, bud? Huh? Good morning. Shy little bugger. Huh? Wally. Wally, good morning. Yeah. He still ain't drank too much out of his trough. It's still shut off because it was overflowing. One thing I hate about those little giant floats, the rubbers get bad. Well, sometimes if you're really lucky, you can reach up there with something and turn it to get to a good spot on the rubber. Usually you got to pull the float off. But, hey, if he's content outside soaking it up instead of having to drink it, I don't have to turn that water back on. Well, the bottom of that one's empty. Bottom of that one's empty. It's mostly laying there on the floor. And this is up here. And there. And there. I think I got enough soldering guns. There's 2 of them there, and there's 2 there in the boxes. Couldn't remember what was in that. I always thought it was just an engine performance. I got a good tack and dwell meter there. But I thought this was just a good, expensive engine performance deal. It says automotive analyzer on here. Got alternator test. Of course, it's got everything. Spark output. Amps. Resistance. Dwell. I don't know if it's something we're actually ever going to use. Oh, look, and here we go. All the stuff that's supposed to come with it. May or may not be in the box. I don't know. I haven't pulled it out of the box in years. Kind of looks like it's underneath it. Anyway, so now it's like, where do I put it? It might go up there if it'll fit. I think it'll fit on that shelf. Maybe. Keyword to that is maybe. And those things, I mean, these are probably the 2 better ones. The red one was Dad's. The gray one was mine. And then I bought those at garage sales over the years. And this one, I don't remember if I got this from a garage sale or not. That one I know I did. So I'm not sure where to put them yet. There's a little Craftsman half-inch electric impact. Had that for years before we had a decent air compressor. Welding rods, they need to go in a service truck. I don't know that I ever made a holder for them though. Box on the bottom is a couple of, I think, 1,000 or 1,500 hydraulic pressure gauges. Just gauges, that's all. Deal on top, excuse me, is a vacuum pump for bleeding brakes. Which I may see if I actually have a decent box to put it in. They might go in that box because those gauges can just go in a big little box upstairs with the rest of the gauges probably. Since I have the regular set of hydraulic test gauges now. But anyway, no, I'm plugging away at it. Slowly. Very, very painfully slowly. And I'd kind of like to be able to get skid steer in here at some point. The plan, although I don't think it's rained much for a while. Get that thing up on the forks and clean up underneath it. And get all the dog hair and everything else off the wheels. Clean the wheels up. Lubricate the wheels. And then I can go to the cook shack for Becky. And I don't think it turned out too bad. I didn't look real hard, but you know, yesterday I saw stuff running down in a couple of spots, but I don't actually see any runs. So I'm going to say that was a plus. And it's dry. And no, didn't do anything to the inside. That's Becky's problem. We're going to put liners in, but I don't know that we got, well, Becky cleaned all that up yesterday. You know, the widest piece was like 6 inches wide. That doesn't do much good in here. Anyway, I'll find me some lunch and scratch my head and try to figure out what the flock to do here. I have it, an old Weller and an old Powercraft. Can't tell it was put in there once or twice, it was a little hot. That was before I had it. I think that was Mom's dad's. This one I know has always been Dad's. That's kind of gross. Yeah. I think they're going to go back under my toolbox. And that'll go in there. And probably find something different for that vacuum pump, and it can go down there. Then I'm going to block the drawer lock so the lid can stay shut all the time unless you want something out of it. That still here hasn't moved. Everything else that was down there is up there. It fit just barely. And let's see, took the charger off my pickup, got the cord put away, put the charger back where I found it, see if I remember that later. You know how that goes. And weatherman lied today. We did get from last night at about 10 o'clock till this morning at about 10 o'clock. We got 1.25 inches of rain. But it's been just like this since. Could have actually got a lot more done out here. Like get that toolbox out of my way and maybe even gotten that trailer emptied, but I wasn't going to do it by myself. And Becky's back's been bugging her. She's had issues since she had her diverticulitis. They say that doesn't help your back any. And I told her last week to get in and get cracked. She didn't. So the little bit she did yesterday, which was way too much for her, like picking up heavy end of a desk and that kind of thing. Yeah, she ain't done much today. She ain't been outside to do anything anyway. And say Ty didn't come because it was just too freaking nasty this morning. So, yeah, I gotta feed these girls again. What do you know? I guess that's the way life goes. I spent 30 years anyway, I guess, feeding them all the time. It's kind of nice though, Ty's here to do it part of the time. Oh, that's what I was going to do today. Do some shuffling. Gotta move those so I can move that. So that I can take that one and put it up here because there ain't much left in there. I don't think there's a half a bucket in there. Oh well, do that tomorrow. I only got to feed a little over a bucket tonight. Just the calves down there and a little bit to these girls, and they're going to start getting cut down on that pretty soon. The pain with first calf heifers is they're still growing, so you want to keep them growing. Calves growing inside them too, though. You give them too much of a good thing, and the calf will grow too much in the last trimester. And we're getting really close to that last trimester for at least a couple of them. So I want to say 2 of these are due in January. I don't know which 2, but you got 2. And that puts them pretty much into their 3rd trimester now. And the others due in February, well, you know, they're getting close to it. Actually, I guess they're all in their 3rd trimester, aren't they? Yeah, anyway. My brain ain't working worth a damn. Dogs are finding what we missed. Rainy, you tell everybody thanks for watching? Oh yeah, thanks for watching while I look for any spilled grain. How about you, Whiskers? Thanks for watching, everybody. Okay. Hope you all had a great Sunday. Hope everybody has a great Monday.